and this is, I told you, things are only getting worse and your competitors are dumb. So this is my experience power pyramid. Say that 3 times fast. And down at the bottom are what we call deficient and or ordinary service. Think McDonald's. Okay, it's just ordinary. You ordered a Big Mac, they delivered the Big Mac. 30% of these companies just absolutely suck. They don't answer their phone, they give crappy service, et cetera, et cetera. Fully 60% of all businesses fall in either ordinary or deficient. And when you're down at that level, you have no competitive position on price. You are only bearing what the market is demanding. And we'll talk about commodities in just a second. Your competitive advantage only goes up when you start to provide exceptional or extraordinary experiences for your clients or your prospects. Because honestly, the experience starts with the first touch. The first touch. Is it a postcard? Is it your website? Is it a phone call? What is the first touch a prospect has with your business? And if it's an experience, or it looks like every other company in your niche, you better change something. So in order to get to the top 3%, and I'm going to show you a graph tomorrow about how much people are willing to pay just based on the experience, it's going to blow your mind. So we're going to talk about the progression of economic value, okay, very similar to the pyramid. And at the bottom, you have market pricing, and you have a sliding scale, and then your competitive position. At the bottom are commodities. Commodities are the bare basics out there. Their prices are set by the marketplace. Think flour, think sugar, iron ore. These are the bare basic commodities, whose prices are controlled by the markets. You can't sell flour unless it's, been squeezed through the toes of tiny virgins on the east side of the mountain. Actually, you wouldn't put flour through toes, would you? That's kind of gross. That's wine, sorry. Anyway, you're not going to get a higher price for that commodity because there's no differentiation. It's all the same. A dentist is a dentist is a dentist. There's only 2 or 3 ways to clean teeth, right? So what's going to separate dentist A from dentist B? It's the experience they provide. Next step up are goods. So goods are things that are made of the commodities. So if we were going to take iron ore and make it into steel, steel is the good. Services are kind of those intangible activities. Little leeway in price in goods, there's a little bit more leeway in price in services, but they are designed to accomplish a specific task. Most of us deliver some kind of service. And at the way tippy top are experiences. So let's bake a cake. When you were growing up, maybe you still do, mom or grandmom touched the commodities to make your birthday cake. She touched the flour, the cocoa, the sugar, and she made your cake. Now, for sake of argument, let's just say it was like $3 worth of ingredients. Is that about fair for flour, sugar, and cocoa? Give or take a few pennies. What's that?
Not today.
Not today? Well, you're in California. Everything's more expensive there. But they touched the, all right, let's call it $5. Is that fair? Does that pass your judgment? Thank you, Sean. Then came the goods. This crappy company called Duncan Hines put all those commodities in a box and gave you a tub of something they called frosting that's flavored like vanilla, but not real vanilla or chocolate. So what have you bought now? You have bought convenience and time. Now that you've bought the good, they can now sell this for more. It's now $9 or $10 for your cake. Same commodities, but because you have bought convenience, they can now charge more. And you're willing to pay it. Oh, good. All the crap comes in one box. All I got to do is throw it in the oven with an egg and I'm good to go. It gets better. So back in the early to late 80s, grocery stores decided to get in on the action. And now you can buy a half sheet cake at the grocery store, all decorated real nice. You don't need to get the kitchen dirty. You don't have to run the dishwasher. You're not going to burn the thing. It's not going to look like, a sad elf, when you tried to make some kind of character out of it. It's going to look great. And you're going to probably spend 50 or 60 bucks for that cake from the grocery store. Same commodities. Same sugar, same flour, same cocoa. What happens next? So we're up to services now, okay? So we're at the third most expensive thing. Next thing is outsourcing. We are outsourcing our birthday parties. Chuck E. Cheese. Sorry. Yeah. Places like Bonkers, Dave & Buster's, where you go and you have the whole party there. You get your drinks, you get your food, you play some games, and you leave, and you had to do nothing except write the check or swipe the credit card. The ultimate in experience for a birthday is completely outsourced. You don't have to touch it. People love that kind of stuff. And how many of you guys have daughters? How many of you guys know American Girl? Painfully. Any of you get a second mortgage to outfit your American Girl? You guys know? All right, so for those of you who don't know what American Girl is, it's a doll. Okay? It's a doll you can get at Walmart for $10. Okay? Except at American Girl, they start at like 40 or 50 bucks. Now, an American Girl doll store, you don't just get the doll. Now, of course, they've come out with recently dolls in all shapes, sizes, colors, some amputees, some with eye patch, a doll with an eye patch, because they want it to mesh with the person that's buying it. So if the young girl has an eye patch, she can go get an American Girl doll that already has an eye patch on it. I think it's very cool. They talk about personalizing the experience. But you have to buy outfits for these dolls. Okay? Outfits cost, what, 15, 20 bucks per outfit, give or take? They have thousands of outfits. They have an outfit for student government president vote taker. Comes with her own little clipboard, little ballot box. So you get now your $10 Walmart doll, which you're buying for $50, and you just added 2 outfits, you're now up to like 90 bucks. Who thinks it ends there? Oh, it doesn't end there. Did you know that Americans still to this day, American Girl doll store has the highest amount of time spent in the store than any other store on the planet? 4 hours is the average amount of time people spend in an American Girl doll store. And you're like, how does it take 4 hours to buy a doll? Well, because it's an experience. Now, because you've got your new doll and she's in a brand new outfit, you want to get a picture with the doll before you scuff it up or give it a new hairdo. So you go to the American Girl doll store portrait gallery. And for the low, low price of $45 or $55, you can have your picture taken with your doll. But wait, you can't go and get your picture taken yet because your hair's all messed up. So you and your doll go into the American Girl store beauty salon and you get your hair done. And then you can go take the picture. Hairdo costs what, $30, $40? I don't know. I don't have hair, so I don't really relate. But so now our $9 doll is up to what, $250? Maybe $300? We're in that range. Well, if you're going to be there for 4 hours, probably going to get hungry. So American Girl doll store has its own restaurant. It's even got little places for the doll to sit, little high chairs attached to the tables. And it's very girly. I won't go in there, I'll be honest. But the girls love it. My wife loves it. And so you can spend another 40, 50, 60 bucks on lunch. Now we're getting close to $400. Did you know you can have your birthday party at American Girl for the low, low price of like $300 a person? So if you bring in 9 of your friends, because you got to include yourself, you're not $3,000 for a doll that costs $9 at Walmart. Now, aside from Ray or anybody who's heard me tell this story before, because Ray just heard it last week, who thinks American Girl stops there. Yeah, no. Trick question. That was not a rhetorical question, by the way. Or it was, because I knew what you would answer. You can have your sleepover party at American Girl Store. For like $500 a kid, you can sleep in the stinking store. But this is what makes American Girl such a fixture, because they are not providing a good. They know they are not selling a doll. They're selling an experience. And the sooner we can wrap our heads around that, the faster we're going to get in and make a few pennies.